All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the crypto markets. And today, specifically, I'm going to give a couple of lower cap, and I usually just say crypto gaming on this show, right? Some lower cap AI altcoins today, and this is going to be exciting as the AI narrative is really heating up. We've seen Microsoft with their acquisition, which we'll talk about in this edition. And I'm going to show you the growth projections for the AI industry from this year to 2030. And it's really going to open your eyes. And of course, Web3 technology and decentralization has opened up many doors for many industries. Is there some room for the industry of cryptocurrency? And are there some decentralized projects with AI technology that aren't maybe the big three, which we'll talk about as well in this edition, that you can take a look at for the future with maybe a little more upside potential that haven't ran quite as much? So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Like the video down below if you enjoy the video, and subscribe to the channel for shows every single day here on Crypto Banter. Quick shout out to our sponsors here as well on In the Game. Animoca Brands, the largest Web3 gaming company in the world, and 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝑥, onboarding the most Web3 games into the space, including some of the top titles like Illuvium, Ember Sword, and more, onboarding with IMX. So guys, check out our link in the description down below for both of our top tier sponsors here on In the Game. Let's dive into the markets. As you know, it feels like every single show I've done this week, we're just sitting here at 23,000. So, nothing, although we had a pullback and we immediately shot back up. And I think that the sentiment around is pretty bullish at the moment. And some of the smart people, the more, I'm not into the macro analysis. I'm not into that type of, trends and stuff like that, like in depth. But the people that I respect and some of the smartest people that I know are really bullish in the short term. Give it a 15 to 45 day period. And some of the smartest people I know are saying they think it's going to go to 30K. Now, I don't know that I'm that bullish. My range that I've continuously put out on the show, we called for 23 and we got there. I'm thinking 24 to 27 is realistic. And you can't call for these round numbers because we know in crypto, the round numbers are usually not the best targets if you're looking for either a take profit level or a target price. I legitimately think anywhere between 24 and 27, maybe within the next 15 to 30 days, and I think 30 days is probably pushing it. Maybe within the next 15 days can definitely play out. And I mean, 24 could happen very quickly if we, break and we actually hold these levels and start trending upwards once again. So what are some opportunities that we normally have our eyes on in the market right now before we get into the AI narrative? As we're seeing the chart here on Bitcoin, and we're just kind of trending sideways. We're waiting to see where we're going to go from here. I am bullish, and I think there are a lot of opportunities in altcoins. We have been preaching Polygon, throughout the bear market. Polygon up, a nice 11% over the 24 hours. And why is that? Well, we've seen now officially that Polygon had just overtook Ethereum in daily active users at Sandeep. Imagine being bearish on MATIC. And as you see here, they're only behind now BNB chain on daily transactions. This is very impressive. And what they're building with the business partnerships, I don't really have to talk too much about it. We've talked about Polygon here so much on the show, and it is definitely my highest conviction altcoin in this market to 100% be able to take advantage of the next bull run with every partnership and every integration that they've put together. Not to mention a top tier gaming partnership as well here, onboarding with Justin Kan's Fractal. And as you see here, this is going to be one of their official tournament partners. Very bullish on Polygon. And anything around $1 right now at $1.08, I think for the long term, you're going to be really, really satisfied with those long-term entries realistically on Polygon. And it's going to be probably one of the biggest winners out of the top altcoins in the next bull market. And I'm very bullish in the short and long term. Now, let's talk about a couple of things here. So Miguel's taking the words right out of my mouth. We're going to talk about the rest of the watch list. So Vulcan Forge actually goes out and acquires 𝗕𝗵𝗆. Now, 𝗕𝗵𝗆 is a fantasy sports platform. Let me get their Twitter up so I can show you guys this announcement. But one they were teasing a big announcement, and they go out and acquire a massive platform with 𝗕11, which is a fantasy sports platform. And let me get this in front of us here. Here it is. So as we see here, making a big move into the $28 billion fantasy sports market with the acquisition of Fantasy 11. Expect a rebrand to Vulcan 11 as they join Vulcan Studios ecosystem as an aggressive plan to dominate the space. So really, really bullish. And I think we're under $4 again. Anything under $4 long term for Vulcan Forge, I think you're really going to have, once again, another value level. And I think that this uptrend continues. $4.80, $5 plus is definitely in the cards. And, as we see here, MATIC, 𝗕𝗫, render. Not a bad combination. Not a bad combination, as I've absolutely been bullish. And, our entry point, don't mind my dog in the background. Our entry point on Ape is looking pretty good at this moment in time. And we got into Ape about last week. The first time I spoke that I was bullish on Ape. Or maybe even earlier this week, whenever I spoke that I was bullish on Ape. And, we're seeing that push above $6. I called for $7+ Ape. And I realistically think on that next leg up, we're going to start pushing towards that. And bullish with the sewer pass, with Dookie Dash, with the other side metaverse, bringing on the Activision Blizzard CEO. So those are some of the top altcoins that we usually talk about that have stirring waves, making news, and making moves on the charts, right? As we see Ape trending up, we see Polygon trending up, we see Vulcan kind of with some sideways action under $4, which I think is a tremendous value range. But let's talk about what we're all here to talk about in this edition of In the Game, and that is AI. So the AI race is really, really hot. And when we're looking at Microsoft getting in with OpenAI, we all know the power of the ChatGPT. I think Patrick Bet-David tweeted that it passed the bar exam. It passed multiple top-level exams and certifications. So when you're looking at this industry, there are certainly going to be massive opportunities in the future for investment for AI technology. But the one thing is, what about in the decentralized world? What's here in the decentralized realm right now that's taking advantage of Web3 technology in an industry where we're actually looking at, growth projections at a rate of 38.1% from 2022 to 2030 annually. So at a compound annual growth rate of 38.1% from 2022 to 2030, that is going to be absolutely rapid growth. And I think that if you can find some projects that are tried and true, have been around for a while, utilizing AI technology and doing things that are applicable, right? That's point number one. And point number two, building things that people can actually integrate, use, and things that haven't ran yet, right? So we're taking a look at the market right now. And the big thing that I want to preach is, I'm not going to give you, in this video, everyone's talked about SingularityNet, and it's already ran 3.5x still. It was up 5x at one point. Fetch AI is already 3x'd. And now, it's still about a 3x from its lows. And Ocean Protocol is, we called Ocean last week, and it's up about 40%. So one thing I want to is really preach here is, I'm not going to talk about those in this edition. I'm going to give you two lower cap AI altcoins, which I actually think do have tremendous upside potential. And the market caps are much lower, as well as the technology they're building is definitely applicable. So first and foremost, let's talk about one that's both in the crypto gaming and the AI realm now, and that's Seedify. Seedify at $1.13, best launch pad in the space, crypto gaming launch pad for so long. They've launched top projects like Mobland, Cytus Heroes, and many, many more. But they just announced that they are breaking into the IDOs of the AI world. So now they're going to be bringing cutting edge artificial intelligence projects into their right into their platform. So you're going to actually have access, pre-sale access now to AI IDOs. So that's going to be one that's kind of an honorable mention, because we all are very bullish on Seedify. Now let's talk about specific AI projects. So Numerai. Numerai is only up about 33% during this AI narrative over the last month, from about $12 to its current price. So it has not done near the multiples that these other top projects have. And what is Numerai? It is the first AI integrated Web3 hedge fund where you can actually use data to predict market outcomes. And as you see here, the stats on the platform are definitely impressive. They have a live leaderboard. They have 45 million paid to data scientists, staked models 5,000, and an average 3-month return on stake of 15%, where you can start with hedge fund quality data and actually use the machine learning to predict the stock market. Why am I bullish on a technology like that potentially in Web3 and in artificial intelligence? If you look around the space, AI is taking over so many industries. Why not trading? You can teach an AI bot to have certain parameters within crypto, the stock market, the Forex markets, etc. And it can trade within those super tight parameters and set those super tight take profits off every single time, and train itself off of its losses. AI trading is going to be one of the biggest industries in the world, I think. Imagine the Wall Street hedge funds, whenever they learn how to use this technology to the fullest. It's going to be ridiculous, the things that the AI is going to be able to produce if it's done right. So Numerai is one that I'm definitely bullish on because of that fact, and because they are the Web3 project that is an AI hedge fund where you can actually use these models to predict data. As mentioned, during this AI run, it's only from 1271 up to 1678, and the fully diluted market cap is only a $184 million market cap, with it's under $100 million normal market cap. So Numerai will be one of my AI altcoins that I really do think next bull run. I mean, we're just talking about needing a little over $1 billion fully diluted, and we know in these bull runs, valuations inflate. Rand talked about it today. Whenever there's bullish sentiments on a narrative or on a token, all logic sometimes in these investors' minds just goes out the window. And we've seen valuations like Axie Infinity, which is at one time valued at half the value of Activision Blizzard, which you have to know that's absolutely ridiculous. So these are realistic. I mean, I think Numerai in the next bull market definitely has the potential to 5-10x. And that's exactly why the video is AI altcoins that have the potential to 10x. And I don't want to give you the ocean protocols. I want to give you projects that are building in niches that are going to be capitalized nation and worldwide. I mean, trading with AI technology is going to be one of the biggest things in the world. So Numerai is definitely one of them that I'm looking at. And then Covalent. So Covalent sitting at a $58 million market cap and a $117 million fully diluted. The one thing I really enjoy is it hasn't really gotten any of the love because it is a little bit lower market cap than these other projects. So what is Covalent? Well, Covalent is actually providing OpenAI data to builders on the blockchain. Now, this applies to me specifically because if you I'm in touch with a ton of builders. I'm in touch with a bunch of people who are trying to build apps for their softwares and build softwares within Web3, etc. And their devs might not be able to know how to do this or that. And I think that when you're looking at something like Covalent, for example, where you can go in and have the tools right at your fingertips to build crypto wallet interfaces, NFT galleries, GameFi dashboards, DeFi taxation tools, custom dApps, and more with just an API key. I really think that whenever I'm in tune with, like I said, a ton of builders in the space, having an API with that much power, as you see here, an example, you can run so many different chains. I believe 60 plus blockchains supported, including Ethereum, Binance, Polygon, Avalanche, Phantom, Moonbeam, Solana, and more. So I'm definitely looking at Covalent as something at this market cap as well. Definitely has 5 to 10x potential in the next bull market. And especially think of whenever this AI race heats up. We are seeing it right now. Apple just got in the competition with Meta in the Oculus race, in the metaverse race. Someone's going to get in competition with ChatGPT. Someone's going to get in competition with Microsoft. That race has only just begun for artificial intelligence. And I think in Web3, there's a couple of opportunities that cannot be passed over. And I'm not saying that these are those, but these are the ones that I do have my eyes on. And I'm very bullish on both AI trading technology, which you can get through Numerai's platform, and then also data points and API tools for builders to be able to go in and build softwares with accurate real-time data points. I think that Covalent definitely fits that. As someone who in the future would love to have my own software, that definitely fits my needs as well. And then Seedify was my honorable mention because it's a crypto gaming and AI launchpad now, and in a market that's expected to compound growth rate at 38% from now to 2030. I think that AI is an industry that you definitely should be taking a look into. So along with the crypto gaming and metaverse market, I think AI is definitely something you should add into your stack and add into your watch list on some of these top AI projects, and definitely start taking a look at those for the future. So guys, I am going to get out of here for the day. Thank you, Chaos. I appreciate it. We'll talk more about AI in the future and, Web3 projects that are utilizing it, maybe games that are utilizing AI in a way that they can power. But we'll be back tomorrow with a show to wrap up the week on Friday on In the Game. And as always, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your top AI altcoin picks in the comments down below, and if you are bullish or bearish in the short term. So guys, as always, play well, my friends.